Friends, in this episode, we're going to give you updates from the Department of State directly. This is an update from December 2020. And so we're finally getting a chance to share this with you as we've had, of course, a lot of news going on, especially today. Today, of course, is very sad and unfortunate day of what happened at the Capitol. Please keep our elected officials in your thoughts for their safety. It's very fortunate that it's come to this day where people feel like they can bombard and rush into the Capitol and think some things will change just because they're not happy with the election results. So this is a very embarrassing day for America. But moving forward, today you're going to learn about some updates from the Department of State. There's at least 5 updates we want to share with you that we believe are the most important. So, because I know many of y'all are anxious on when you can get your interview, whether it's for yourself or your loved one in their birth country. Welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting. I practice law in all 50 states of America and across the world, where we help immigrants to live and work in America legally. The first update is that who is being prioritized for interview? Because we all know there's a backlog of cases now because of the closures due to the pandemic. First thing you should know about this update is that every post has said, when I say post, I'm referring to consulate office in general or the embassy. So every post has said that they are going to, when they're reopening, it's based on their own needs because they may not have all the people back at the office, right? They may bring on less people to return to the office to resume work. The posts have authorized this particular priority list. That includes immediate relative relationships. So that can be a spouse of a U.S. citizen, unmarried child of a U.S. citizen, parent of a U.S. citizen who is adult child over 21 years old. And also, in general, aside from the immediate relative category, they will, in the priority list, is fiance of a U.S. citizen. This also includes people who are being adopted. They call it inter-country adoptions, and also those who are special immigrant visa applicants. So that can also include people who are Iraqi and Afghani translators, interpreters, religious workers, members of the armed U.S. forces, and certain physicians, just to name a few. And in general, the posts are saying that they're going to resume immigrant and non-immigrant visas as soon as they have the available resources. So that makes me think that not 100% of their workforce will return as soon as we think, or we hope. And hopefully with the vaccine rollout that people who work at the consulate offices will receive it as soon as possible so that there's less of a concern. Friends, if you're new to our channel, please click subscribe down below. Click the bell so you get notifications of our future videos, and smash the like button. That really helps us understand and know that you really like our content, the way we provide the content. Also, please join our Facebook group. We know you love Facebook groups on reopening for these interviews. Update number 2 is you're probably wondering, how do you even check for how soon you will get an interview anyway? Now, I'll show you on the travel.state.gov website how to look for it. We'll have a link down below of that website so you can check it out. But if it shows 999 calendar days or the statement emergency appointment only, that means essentially that it's only for emergency appointments only. So don't be necessarily concerned that it says 999 days. It's just a placeholder there so that you know automatically that they're only accepting emergency appointments only. And that also means that they have not resumed regular processing of cases, at least for that category. Here, how to find the travel.state.gov website related to the visa appointment times that you see here highlighted. Here you can type in your embassy. So for example, we have some folks coming out of Brazil. So we just write that down there, and it says emergency appointments only. Let's go to, for example, Jakarta. That actually has a specific time here to show when the next available appointments will be. So just showing you Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and so it's completely closed. Let's go to Singapore. That has 1 calendar day, so it's much different. It just depends on the consulate post, as I mentioned earlier. Taipei has actual appointments going on right now too, in Taipei, Taiwan. So you'll as it says here, I mentioned here before, if it says 999 days, essentially it means the same thing as emergency appointments only. I also now want to show you, we'll also show you New Delhi. It's completely closed. We have some clients out of South Africa, emergency appointments only. I want to show you Rio de Janeiro. That is emergency appointments only. So I just show you the countries that we have some clients out of there, and also folks that you've been asking from your country or your fiance or your family member's country, so you have an idea. So go to this website, check it out every week, because it could change sooner than you think. Now I want to show you the U.S. Embassy website. We're going to drop a link of this down below, but it's usembassy.gov. And so, for example, we have some clients from Brazil. So click on Brazil down here, this alphabetical order. And the reason I'm showing you this is so that you can find the contact information for that particular embassy or consulate post. So of course, whichever consulate that you're closest to, but let's go ahead and pick the first one. And then you'll want to go to section and offices here, number 4, clicking on that. And that will take us more specific to finding so you want to find consular affairs, basically anything related to immigration, right? Or visa, non-immigrant visa or immigrant visa, because it could be phrased differently for every country. So here's the consular affairs, and I click on visa section right here, and that I already have it open here. And you'll see that this has it shows urgent information regarding novel coronavirus. It has some contact information. It says you have an urgent matter and need to travel immediately. Please follow this guidance right here and click on this website. Or it has an email address listed below. So that is 2 different ways, or actually 3. They have also by phone. So 3 different ways that you can contact them if you have an emergency need. So you need an emergency appointment. That's the best way to contact them. And of course, here's more information about non-immigrant visa and immigrant visa. They actually have a separate contact box here for each embassy or consulate office. Now, these updates are from my membership with American Immigration Lawyers Association, AILA for short. We got this update back in mid-December 2020. So at the time of that update that we received from the government, Department of State, only 3 consular offices, consular posts were open. And there's about 88 other ones that were still in the emergency mode, only for critical mission services. Update number 3 is, do you need to pay the MRV fee again? Now, in US dollars, it's about $220, I believe. And this is a fee that's needed to be paid for fiancé visa applications. Now, that they're typically only valid for 1 year, but the consulate posts, the CA, Consular Affairs, they have mentioned that they're going to extend it until December of next year, or I'm sorry, 2021, December of 2021. Now, another question related to that fee is, there are some consulate posts that use the US Travel Docs website, and another one that uses a website that's related to AIS. It's just a different vendor that they use. And so with AIS vendor, people are able to reschedule interview an unlimited number of times. Whereas the US Travel Docs website, you only have up to 3 times that you can reschedule. And of course, given this pandemic situation, even if you're finally able to get one appointment scheduled and then somehow maybe someone tests positive, it probably has to get canceled and rescheduled again. That's one of the concerns that most people have on that. So they don't want to mess it up, of course. So rest assured, the US Department of State, the CA, Consular Affairs Office, they have mentioned that they understand this concern. And so they will basically waive it if there's an issue for those who have to go through the US Travel Docs website. Update number 4 is for people who already had a possession of a valid visa, but has expired or is soon to expire, and you're not able to come back into the US or come into the US for the first time based on this visa, maybe probably because of the pandemic or the flights are not going from one country to the US. You just can't use a visa. So there's, of course, a very serious concern. Consulate Post, they have the CA, they've acknowledged this issue, and they're saying you don't have to refile a petition because a petition is a step 1. The petition is only processed by the USCIS, US Citizenship and Immigration Services. So they're saying you don't have to refile that at all. The issue is with the Department of State that you likely will have to resubmit a new DS-260 or DS-160, depending, of course, if it's an immigrant visa application or non-immigrant visa. And you probably will still also have to pay the immigrant visa fee and the affidavit of support fee, which in general for the immigrant visas, that's about $445 US dollars. In addition, the applicants may have to also obtain a new medical exam and new criminal clearance record. It's almost like you're having to redo half of your case, just not the first half of the petition. And that's because medical exams do expire and the criminal clearance records are valid for only a year. So that's why it's just a pain in the butt. I completely understand. At least we have some information that they're providing us, so you are you have more knowledge, and we want to share that information with you. And remember, you need to get these documents, these items before the interview date, so that it can have a smooth process for you to get the visa, and there's no document obstacle at your interview. Friends, I hope that you found this helpful. We're going to share more updates from the Department of State as soon as we get them. Please share this video to whoever you think is going through a process like this, if they're still outside the US waiting for an interview. We have one called Immigrant Guide and Support Living in America. It's a great platform, community where people share information with each other, their challenges and their success of what they're going through right now, especially during the pandemic. Until next time, please continue wearing a mask. Friends, thank you for taking the time to watch our channel. Click over here so you can watch our most recent uploads. We'll see you soon.